The doctor. The oncoming storm.
Okay, what we have here is I've made a video, or I'm making a video, that's going to be a demonstration of why I haven't put much up recently. This is the first video I'm showing you. Once again, it's in my AT2. I apologise that a lot of my footage these days is in my AT2. It's one of my favourite tanks. It's the one I got the Radley Walter in. Basically, this video is showing you a collection of the sorts of games that I've had recently. And the thing about the games I've had recently is it doesn't matter how well I do, how good I do, I appear to be on the losing team. Every single time. And it's not like, you know, there are games where I play well and my team plays badly and I lose. And then there are games where I play badly and my team plays well and we win. It's, if I play badly, I die quickly and then my team loses. If I play well, we last a bit longer, but the rest of my team suck and I lose as well. My win rate at the moment is about 1 in 20 games. And I'm not trying to say that I always do really well and I'm great and I'm just on teams with fools. But recently, Jingles himself sat down, looked at my stats, and was able to tell me what I was doing wrong in games, and how to improve the way I'm playing. I took his advice to heart. It's very hard. It's very easy to give advice. It's very hard to take it, but I took it to heart. I tried, and I've managed to get myself up from a 47% win rate player into the 48. So I was at 48.13. And that was where I was at when I got my Radley Walters. And I was really happy with that. And then recently, no matter how well I do, how badly I do, I've had loss after loss after loss. And it's incredible. And I've gone from 48.13% win rate, and I'm back down into the 47s now. As I said, I'm winning about 1 in 20 games. And so I'm going to show you a selection of these games. Now this is one of those ones where I've let a little tank get behind me. There's nothing I can do about it, but he's having issues penetrating me. And while I'm moving, he can't pen me. So that's good. I've done some damage to some things, but our team is not doing well here. So I reverse up, do a bit more damage to him, leave him on 24%. But unfortunately, I'm in a tank destroyer. I don't have a turret. I can't do much about him. But while I'm moving, he's finding it. You'll see I'm still on 100% health. While I'm moving, he ain't going to do anything to me. And I come across a KV-1. So we're having a shootout. He's failing to pen me. I'm penning him every time. However, I'm now being penned from behind. He's finally managing to get through me. I'm on about half health now. But I've killed the KV-1. I've just taken another hit and my track's off. I'm down to 80 health. My track's back up. He's running away as he sees I'm about to reverse into him. But I'm moving now. Hopefully he won't be able to pen me again. If you look there on the back, you can see where all the holes are in the back of me. That's where you want to be aiming if you're behind an AT2. That's where you want to try and pen him. And this little bastard's annoyed me, I'm not going to lie. We appear to have the upper hand in this game. But I do some quick manoeuvring here. Now he's made a mistake. He's allowed me to swing my tank around. And I do some really stupid play here. He's hit me again. That's annoying. I do some stupid play here. I don't aim my gun. I fire from the hip. I aimed my gun there, and I got a shot into him, but he's on low health. And here we go. This is where I make a mistake. I go after him, or I will go after him in a second. Here we go. and I just fire on the move because I think I'm that close to him, I can't miss. And he's going to manoeuvre out the way in the time that I take to aim. And that's 3 shots I've fired at him trying to fire on the move, and I've wasted them all. He's bouncing shots off me all the time, and eventually I get the round into him. And what can I say? There's me, a Hetzer, who's just died. He crashed. And there's that D2. And unfortunately for us, that D2 is AFK. So it's going to be me versus their SU-85. And unfortunately for me, the SU-85 knows how to play the game, knows where to shoot at on an AT2, and is on higher health than me. We have a bit of a standoff here, but I'm afraid the game's going to go to him. Okay, and so on to the next game that I'm going to show you. I should point out at this point that the games I'm showing you are very much the best ones I've had. I have had bad games as well. But, you know, I'm being very selective about the ones that I'm showing you. I'm showing you the ones where if everyone had played as well as I did, we would have won hands down, but they didn't. The point I was trying to make with this video is that it's just so unfair watching your team continually lose when you play so well. And you know, you expect it sometimes. You play really well and your team just don't live up to you, and that happens. But there are times also when you play badly and someone else on your team plays really well while the rest of your team plays badly. It's unfair on him as well. But there are also those ones where you play badly and yet somehow your team win anyway. And I just don't seem to be having any of those. It doesn't matter what team I'm on, I'm losing. As I said, about 1 in 20 games is a success. And having worked so hard to get myself up to a 48% player, I've got 6,000 odd games played. And so to get up that 1% took a hell of a lot of effort. And then to just lose it like that with the snap of the fingers, you know, 1 day's playing, and I was down to I dropped from 48.13 to 48.03, and so 0.1%, and that made me unhappy. And then the next day I played, and that took me down to 48 dead, and then another day's playing, and suddenly I'm at 47.97, and now I think I'm down at about 47.9 dead. But anyway, onto this game. This is one where I do quite well. As you can see, I ninja'd a kill there. But I'm in the 82 again. It does go slowly, and it took me a while to get into a position to do anything. And that Marder 2 didn't really stand a chance. Tier 3 against the Tier 5. Its armour's shit, and mine isn't. Even if he'd got a shot off at me, he didn't stand much of a chance. And you'll see we're actually winning at the moment. I've done alright so far, so I'm thinking good things might be happening. With the slightest bit of it available, I managed to get in that killing shot. And now, here I am against this Churchill. We're going shot for shot. I've taken some damage, but he's taking more damage than I am. Found a nice weakness on him. Bouncing a few shots. he's decided quite wisely to run away, and I leave him on 30%. And quite a lot of people are running away on me, and there's that sneaky little bastard Churchill again. But he's I'm taking hits from all over the place. My commander's dead. Oh, I get another shot into that Churchill. I've left him on 7%. But I decide it's time to move up now. And they've started a cap on our base. God knows why. They're absolutely caning us now. We've gone from winning to being in a really weak position. But they start the cap, and to be honest with you, I don't really blame them. Now, I'm in a tank destroyer. So I can't really afford to let him get behind me because I won't be able to shoot at him. But there we go, there's the Churchill. That's my 4th kill. And I'm doing alright. But the score is 11-8. We're losing really quite badly. So let's see what I can do about that. Couple of nice hits, but he runs away, and I don't honestly blame him. And I'm in a slow-moving tank. There is nothing I can do about it. One of our scouts needs to run back if they want to reset the cap. If they reset the cap, I can get back and help them, but there's no way I was ever going to get back and be able to do anything about it. And I realise they're not going to, because they've come to the conclusion that we're going to lose this. This way they get to not have to repair their tank when they lose. I might have been able to pull this one back, but my team are willing to go back and try and reset the cap, so we lose in the worst way possible. Okay, and so on to the final game I'm going to show you today. For the first time, I'm not in my AT2. This is an absolutely great game for me. I'm let down a little bit here by this SU-85, who decides he's going to stop me being able to steer my tank. I'd like to avoid that more and not slow down as much here, but I can't turn to avoid it. So bless him, I'm slow to get to this point, meaning the enemy tanks have a chance to get into position and have a shot at me. So thank you very much for that, you fucking moron. But it doesn't matter in the end, because although, as you're about to see, they start having shots at me, they all miss. So I get across here unscathed, which is nice, and I believe it's a Marder 2 that I'm about to run straight into. And I like a Marder 2. It was a nice little tank when I was trying it. The problem is, it's in a tier 5 match, and 1, 2 shots and the game's over for him. And now I'm up against the Churchill. And he's failed to pen me, but I've also failed to pen him. And I'm here and I've only got 1 or 2 tanks with me. But if you look at the mini-map, up at around E1 or E2, you'll see we've got a few tanks on the line there that are actually preventing those other tanks getting round us and encircling us. So that's a really good tactic. I've got a Stug with me, and we're basically inflicting lots and lots of damage on anything stupid enough to pop round that corner. We're letting them pop round the corner, not coming round ourselves. As you see, I'm taking damage, but let's keep firing. Couple of hits into that T-34. I'm a little concerned that they might think to come through the rocks. I think our Stug's thinking about the same thing, and he's starting to turn around. And now they've started the cap. And look how far away from the cap circle we are. That's always a risk in this game. If I'm not in a top tier tank on this map, I will generally head straight for the cap circle. Now I've tracked him. Can I take advantage of it? He's on low health. There he is. Advantage taken. He is dead. And me and the Stug are arguing about who goes first there. I think he decides it's probably a good idea to let me go first. And someone stopped their cap. But we're on low health here. And he's got the Stug. Little bastard. I'm being shot from the front. But I can only concentrate on one tank at once. And to be honest with you, the Excelsior's got my back. Is shooting me from behind. And I just can't get my gun round in time. And he was on 2% health. If I'd done him earlier, that would have been so much better. But I didn't. And as you can see, we've got 3 players left. It's fairly obvious how this game is going to go. There it is. Okay, so here's the results page for that game. Now I want to start by saying I'm sorry there haven't been any other results pages for any of the matches I've shown. But when I played those games, I had no idea that I was going to be making this video. I was just having such a bad time with loss after loss after loss. I didn't even think about recording the results pages. But with this game, despite the defeat, I figured I would probably make a video about it. And so I can show you the results for this one. Let's start out with the XP that I earned. 901. 901 XP on a defeat in a tier 5 match. That's pretty good. Admittedly, that's with premium, but we lost, so there's no times 2 experience on that. That's 601 base XP on a defeat. You can see there that I put loads of rounds into the enemy. I hit 5 tanks, 4 of which I destroyed. Earning me an incredible amount of XP. If you want to see just how good it is, let's look at the team score. There I am at the top by quite a long way. You will see that I have I caused more damage than any other tank in the game. The nearest to me was their top player, their Stug, who still managed to cause 150 less damage than me. If you look at the XP he got compared with the XP I got, bear in mind that he's on the winning team, so he gets 50% extra XP. He didn't do anywhere near as well as me. If I'd been on the winning team, if I'd got an award that gave me winning XP status, I would have had more XP than him. I would have got the 901 that I got for having premium. That would have been my base XP. I had the best game, and that's what I'm trying to point out with this video, that no matter what I do, I can't seem to get a win recently. It's like I got to 48%, and the gods or fate or any of those things that I don't really believe in said, right, we'll reward you by giving you a Radley Walters, but then you will have nothing. You will have loss after loss after loss, and it will drag your score right back down. It's like I got to 48%, and it's suddenly you'll no longer have competent teammates. You'll be put into teams that are completely incompetent, and you'll go up against competent players. And the result of which is I've just suffered loss after loss after loss. I know it sounds like I'm dripping, and I am. But that's why I've not been putting videos up recently, because I've had nothing worth showing. And that's because no matter how well I do, I seem to be on the losing streak. And I know that statistically it will all balance itself out, but having worked so hard to get into that 48%, it's just so demoralising to get to get knocked back down into the 47% through what, in my opinion, no fault of my own. And so yeah, um, I hope this video has shown you what I mean. It's by no means all my games are like that. There are those ones where I'm a fucking moron and I just drive straight at the enemy and get killed. But even with the good games, I can't seem to get a win. If we look at my detailed report, you'll see here, fired 32 times. Only 4 of them missed and only 6 of them failed to pen. So of the 32 shots I fired, 22 penned the enemy. We know how much damage I did. We've seen that already. I was hit 34 times. That's more times than I fired. 19 of them penned me. Meaning that the 15 that didn't pen me gave me would have done far more damage. So I was clearly angling my armour at the right people. I was making sure that those that were able to hit me were the ones that were able to do the least amount of damage to me. If you look at the potential damage I received, nearly 3,000. Considering 19 shots penned me, that took away my health. The health on that is 450. So the 15 shots that didn't pen me, they were the ones that did basically 2,500 potential damage. So I clearly played that game absolutely brilliantly, and yet I can't get a win. I cannot get a break. I'm sorry that this video has basically been me dripping all over you. I hope to resume normal service soon, and that I'll have some good games and something good to show you. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. I will catch you next time. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Have a nice day. Bye.